Owners sometimes want to know if they're allowed to do work on their own rental property. And there's a couple of different answers to this, but the short answer is no. Now, that's not just Sleep Sound's policy, that's actually a statewide policy. Basically, if it's not your primary residence, then you have to meet all the same requirements as any other person performing work on a property that they don't have an exemption for. And so a lot of landlords are out there doing work on their properties when they shouldn't necessarily be doing that. And so not only do we enforce that rule and prevent our clients from getting in trouble with the state, but there's also a lot of good reasons not to do that, even if that was permissible. And that's partly because whenever you're inside a property, you are at risk of creating liability for yourself. Even if you do everything right, you could find yourself in a situation where someone says you did something or says you said something that could lead to a legal issue, whether that's a discriminatory claim around theft of property. There's all kinds of things that can happen, maybe promises that you made. And so going into the property, you're putting yourself at risk. So it's really important to protect yourself and make sure that you're working only with licensed, bonded, insured contractors to do stuff, or you qualify for an exemption of some sort. But it's important, again, just because you own the property doesn't mean you can work on it anymore because it's not your primary residence. So make sure if you're doing work, you've got all the right T's crossed and I's dotted.